I got awesome news, which is I've gotten awesome results for my big client that pays me $1,600 a month that I've been struggling with because I was afraid that me doing something, a responsibility from Argentina, was hurting the performance, which with the results we've gotten last week, it clearly at least shows to them. I still believe a little because something happened, all the planets aligned, that the chances for high performance on the videos we made was super high, and we delivered. Like, luck and preparation met. So, complete win, which is awesome. It buys you a lot of goodwill, and yeah, it feels good. I was going to say loyalty, but loyalty, I think, is sticking with something regardless of the results. So this ain't personal, it's business. So if they need it builds trust. I'm thinking of the Alderian philosophy, which trust is when you give something in exchange for something and you have evidence. For trust, that's like working relationships, and then love relationships, friends, family, spouse, and stuff like that is with full confidence and not needing evidence. So in the work relationships, trust is built with evidence. So we got evidence now that we can get results. Now it's a matter of keep doing what we're doing, having patience, and what we're doing requires a lot of patience. But again, they will want results, so it's nice to have gotten results. Buys me a lot of time, and what I want to do with that time is learn a bunch of things to get more results. And me being tranquil is, I'm thinking that word in Spanish, but I think that's the translation. Being chill about me having the skills to get results, therefore I will always have demand for my services. And because it's crazy how I was supposed to have work by now by the last client that is like running an agency. This guy that changed his whole offer over a week, but that he loved my work ethic and everything, and I know he will come back and give me what he promised. But he said it was going to take a week and a half. It's been 3 weeks, I think, which it's normally what always happens. He's not in a hurry because he is being successful already. I'm in the hurry because I want to create this like rock solid foundation of making $2,000 with half of day of work. I just made this video in Spanish, and I concluded that all I'm after is like with half of my day of focused work, I can accomplish $2,000 a month because my expenses are $1,700. Then with the other half of the day, I can allow chaos, the chaos of learning, trying to get new work, accepting new work. I want half of my day full of order and knowing what to expect, and for it to be like in some sense secured, because nothing is 100% secured in terms of clients always delivering on work and stuff like that. But you can, after months and years of doing something, you start building some certainty. So I want half of my day to be of that, to create $2,000 a month, and the other half of the day to learn new things, to improve my skills, to increase that $2,000 in my solid foundation, but without expecting the results immediately, being able to have patience and stuff. That's my goal. And I know a big part of that is in my control by being disciplined, working with full focus. And I've been struggling with that because of this. Basically, my 100% of the day is chaos because my big client is not yet, I don't feel it 100% established. I know my relationships with the passing days are more established, which in turn means that my earning ability is established because your net worth is your network, or the other way around, it's the same thing. So I know I'm good, but I don't want to be chasing relationships every single month to know where my next $2,000 are going to come from. I don't mind it if it's my extra $2,000 a month. That's the chaos I'm talking about. I want secure 2,000 a month. That's why don't mind still being a freelancer or an employee. That's why I realized that if I've made all of my money through working for agencies, I should have pursued that all this time and being like the secret weapon of agencies, because I could have been at $50 an hour or even more by now for agencies by having so much demand for my work, because I have what it's very hard to find, which is high responsiveness and fast turnaround times. That's what they are after the most, more than quality. I mean, if you surpass the minimum quality requirements, all they care for is that you do things fast, and I have that. And if I should have exploited that earlier. I didn't know, but now I know, and I'm building it. I built it through in the midst of moving apartments and stuff like that. But it's done. I'm back to afloat, and I'm just struggling to thrive, not to survive anymore. I'm still I'm constantly feel like I'm switching between surviving and thriving, but it's more so I'm above the line of surviving. So that's cool, but I'm like hating myself for not being able to focus. At least I'm not telling you to, I'm not asking myself to work with a perfect level of focus the entire day, but at least 8 hours, right? And I'm not achieving that, and I don't like that. It's and it's 100% in my power. I know life happens, and I'm human, but come on, man. Step up. That's what I'm telling myself. And I'm telling myself that because I know I can. And I don't want to wait for a hard time or some urgent thing to have to channel that from me. I don't want struggle to be the igniter. I want myself to be the igniter, with no reason whatsoever other than to thrive and achieve my highest potential. That's what I'm looking for. I think I put it pretty beautifully that way, and that's what I'm after. And I know I can, and I know it's as simple as just having a to-do list and following it. And it's, I don't know, asking myself when I don't follow it, why? And I know sometimes have been the lack of results. For example, with my big client, my mind is not right, and I'm not able to focus. Normal problems through in difficulties. Problems is not negative. With my in life and throw me off, but I have to be capable of, no matter what problems are currently happening in my life, I'm able to be productive and deliver, right, and solve those problems. So yeah, it's just having a to-do list, remembering that those tasks mean something that I'm working towards, that is super fulfilling. That way my brain wants to do that, because I don't know if maybe the reason I'm not jumping from task to task with no waste of time whatsoever is because maybe deep down I'm not believing in what I'm doing. I don't believe I'm like, it's not worth it or something like that. So if I need to remind myself every single day that, okay, this task is part of this step, that this step is part of this set of steps that will increase the likelihood of achieving this big goal that fulfills me a lot. And say, okay, then yeah, I want to do that task. That's, I think, that's one thing of having that amount of detail to it, and the other thing is just do the damn thing. I want to play with both of those. And I think, yeah, struggling through all of that is part of the process. But like I said, I don't want to wait for something bad to happen, that the DNA in me kicks in, and any adrenaline or something that gives me that focus. I want to channel that focus like on demand. And I do think I have the humility to know that I cannot do it every single day without stopping or without any rest. I consider rest as productive, so like I've said multiple times. So even with that rest, I don't want to doom scroll. I don't want to waste time in between when I finish a task and I have to go to another task that it's either that different that, I don't know, requires like mental power to switch or something. I know that task switching is a big waste of time. So it's either bundling all the same tasks together, or if I finish that bundle, I have to go to another. Being able to that change be as small as possible in time wise. But yeah, good news is that I've gotten good results for my biggest client. That I should like be chill with that and tranquil. I don't know if that's a word. Tranquilo, it's in Spanish. And then just work on just fucking have a to-do list and follow it. These videos were part of it, and I'm finished. I think a few minutes over it. Yeah, 6 minutes. So yeah, I'll end it right here, edit it, and that's it, and follow with the next task. Thank you for watching the entire video, and I'll see you next week.